Guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I'm Brianna. I make vlogs, I make random videos, really whatever I feel like. So it's pretty fun on this channel, but I'll let you guys make that decision. If you want to subscribe below, that would be awesome. But today I am doing sort of an education Q&A. I am in the backseat of my car because it's literally the only place I can film right now where there's not wind or the sound of a fish tank or anything like that. So we're just gonna go with it. I know the lighting keeps going in and out and I apologize, but we're gonna work with it. So I took screenshots of some of the questions. There's not that many, but I did take them from my past education videos. So I thought I would share my answers with you guys because I know not everybody reads comments. So there's not really a question, but she said that she's anxious about making the wrong choice in what major to pursue. Don't be nervous to make the wrong decision, because if you make the wrong decision, that's fine. You might feel like it's a little bit of wasted time, but you gained knowledge. So I mean, I didn't know when I started if it would be the right decision for me, but you gotta keep going. I don't know, just keep persevering, and try it out. It doesn't hurt to try it out, and like I said, you gain knowledge from it that you can use in your everyday life. It's not just for schools or anything. Like, I use my knowledge that I have gotten from my school so far when my friends ask me questions about something having to do with their child, or somebody wants recommendations for certain things. I've got some knowledge about that. So don't be afraid to choose the wrong career, because you can always change it. You can. It might suck, but you can always change it. So don't be afraid. I mean, I think everybody's at that point at some time in their life where they're afraid they're making the wrong choice, but just roll with it. Did you work in college? If so, how did you manage school and work? When I first started my associate's degree, I was working 2 jobs and going to school. I worked at a daycare, and then I worked at Shoe Carnival on the weekends because I had started out at Shoe Carnival. Shoe Carnival was my first job ever. I worked there for 2 years, and then once I started going to college, I decided that I did want a job in the field somehow. So I worked at a daycare during the week, Monday through Friday, and then Shoe Carnival on the weekends. It slowly turned into every other weekend, but still I was working almost a full 7 days a week. And I really just found a daycare that could work with me. I took morning classes on most mornings, and then I took some night classes. So I got off on the certain days I took night classes. I got off a little bit earlier so I could go to my night classes. When I worked during I can't even talk. When I went to my morning classes, I just came in a little bit later. I think my set schedule was like 12 to 6, but I switched it around sometimes depending on my classes. So you've just got to, one, find the willpower to work and go to school, because it's hard. Like, you're gonna be so tired, it's ridiculous, but you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. 2, you need to find somewhere that'll work with you. A lot of places, if it's in your field of what you're working, a lot of the times they will move your schedule around and work with you because they want you to get that education. So it all depends on the place you work and your willpower, but you can do it. It'll be hard, but you can do it. Do your children listen to you since you're soft-spoken? Yes. I am not always soft-spoken. Most of the time I am, but I can get loud. The kids know when I give them a certain look or my tone of voice. I don't necessarily have to raise it sometimes for them to understand what point I'm trying to get across, but being able to raise my voice definitely does help, because I mean, kids don't always listen to people who have a soft voice, but then again, they do listen to me because I have a soft voice. It really just depends on the group of kids, but I can get loud, like, no doubt about it. If I need to get loud, I can get loud. Not screaming, but enough to get their attention. So you just kind of have to find a balance if you're soft-spoken. And you find the balance, because you'll realize soon if the kids that you're working with will listen to you with your tone of voice or not. You'll know. So, did you have a lot of males in your class? No. When I started my associate's degree at a community college, starting out there were a couple, but as time progressed, because our education program was very small, not education, but early childhood education was very small, but there was only one that stuck with it that was in most of my classes the whole time. And I mean, it was nice because we all became good friends, but there really was only one guy, and if you're watching this, you know who you are. We're friends and everything, so I doubt you'll watch it, but hey, what's up? This is the last question. And I'm sorry to this person because I just saw it and I noticed you commented it a month ago. I'm normally pretty good about keeping up with comments, but I was wondering what the work life of an early childhood educator is in terms of his or her relationship with the other teachers. Is it very competitive, like the relationship between colleagues in a traditional office workplace? Thank you. Well, I haven't worked in a school system, but I can tell you, in a school system, I think it's very, very different than at a daycare or day school like where I'm at. I don't think there's much competition in the school system. Now, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. This is just what I've observed from observing in these places and talking to people that I know teach in school systems. I don't think there's that competition in school systems as much. Now, there might be some, but as much. And like where I'm at is a day school. It's basically the same thing as a daycare. We're just a little bit more, I don't know, I feel like we're more like a school than a daycare is. Anyway, there is some competition. It can get catty, but like with myself, when I started, I went to this day school when I was growing up, and some of the teachers that are there now taught me, which is very cool / weird, but you just kind of have to decide whether it's your fight or not. When I came in, I'm the third person in a room because there are 16 kids in our class. I came in knowing that I was okay taking the back burner. Not everybody is okay taking the back burner. I did not want any issues, so I basically said, you know what, I've had my own classroom before, so I do know how to teach, but I'm fine doing whatever you guys need me to do. And that's basically what I do now. But I have heard / been told by several people their feelings about stuff like that, and there can be some cattiness and people trying to be, I guess not necessarily in a competition with the others, but there are some people that I'm trying to think of the word. Yeah, I mean, there definitely is some competitiveness and gossip. Just like anywhere else, there's gossip. But I do find that some of these people try to outdo the other. And there's really no reason for it. I get it though, I do. But there is no reason. But to answer your question, yes, there is in day schools and daycares, not necessarily school systems. Because in school systems, you're all separate. You each have your own classroom. In daycares and day schools, most of the time you have a co-teacher, or in my case, there are 2 other people in the classroom I'm in. So you just kind of have to work that out between yourselves. It doesn't always work that way. I took the back burner for a reason, and I'm thankful for that. I just kind of sit back, wait for them to tell me what to do. Obviously, I do take charge when I need to, but it just makes things easier. So I hope that answers some of your questions. I know it was kind of all over the place. I've never done like an actual Q&A, so this was kind of cool. But if you have any more questions, leave them down below. I'd be happy to answer them for you. And if you like these types of videos, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below your thoughts on any of these questions so people can go and look at different opinions. Subscribe if you haven't. It is, like I said, it's pretty fun around here. I enjoy it, so I hope you guys do too. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.
Back, here we are again. Same situation, just like this. Now